Hallöchen ihr, der Nale 4 und willkommen zurück bei Murder in the Alps, wo es weitergeht. Hier auf dem Weg zurück zum lieben Uli, ja, der mir bei den weiteren Ermittlungen helfen soll. Ich habe ja beim letzten Mal herausgefunden, dass ein Detektiv gestorben ist. Und ich habe einen Hinweis bekommen über ein Kennzeichen, das ich gerne entziffern möchte. Jetzt gucke ich erst einmal ins Tagebuch. Genau, liebe Gustav. Richtig, das hatten wir schon. Und ja, ich würde sagen, ich fahre zurück und guck mal, was Uli zu sagen hat.
Thank you for your help, Uli.
I can bend the rules, but there are limits. I'd rather your client be more careful.
Hello, Miss Myers. I see fate has brought us together again. And might I say, you're looking lovely today.
Oh, danke.
You're a go-getter, aren't you, Mr.
Marks Frost, at your service.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Frost. How do you know my name, Mr. Frost?
Ja, wer kennt deinen Namen nicht?
Who doesn't know the famous Anna Myers?
Ja,
I'm
gell?
so excited to meet you. How about dinner today? The Franciscana, perhaps? They have a pretty good wine list.
I'll pass, Mr. Frost.
Blunt as always. I love it. All right, well, another time. See you.
Hi, alles klar,
I
cool.
didn't know you knew each other.
We don't, really. He just helped me fend off a couple of thugs. Who is this Marks Frost?
He's an NDR operative.
The Army Intelligence Service. What are they doing here?
That's classified. I can't share the details. You'd like to know more about him, wouldn't you?
Is it connected to our case?
Disappointingly for you, no.
I paid Gustav a visit today. Looks like he's having trouble letting things go.
What do you mean?
He's obsessed with revenge. On the upside, I'm doubtful he has any leads.
What makes you say that?
He's grasping at straws. Heartbreaking, but it's better that way. Remember the high heel from yesterday? It belongs to a girl. Her name's Susie. But the soles of the shoes are smooth. Looks like it's not her who stepped in the bloodstain.
Still, we have to get a statement of her. Anything else?
Yes, I think I've got something that might help us identify the victim.
Petrus Kramer, already done. He worked for ZPE detectives.
Oh, I see. Does that give you any new leads?
ZPE says he didn't have an active investigation going. However, he could have been working off the books.
He might have been tracking down the murderer.
That would make a thrilling story, but I privilege evidence over speculation. We brought in Petrus's work documents for Dirk to look at. There might be something there.
Ja, schauen wir mal. Was kommt heraus, wenn man übermäßige Hartnäckigkeit mit grenzenloser Widerwärtigkeit vermischt? Max Frost. Ich kann es nicht genau ausmachen, aber dieser feine Herr hat etwas wirklich Finsteres an sich. Er ist unangenehm. Ich sollte auf Uli aufpassen und herausfinden, was sie miteinander zu schaffen haben. Allerdings muss ich meinem Gefühl trauen, denn Beweise habe ich nicht. Ich hoffe wirklich, dass ich mich irre.
Any findings, Dirk?
A single deep knife wound to the stomach and one to the back, both done with the same weapon. Also, blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
Could be from hitting the ground.
Highly unlikely. The dent suggests a heavy blow, using something like the grip of a handgun. There are also other signs of blows to his face.
That doesn't make much sense to me.
What doesn't, exactly?
The non-fatal wounds suggest torture. Probably trying to make the victim talk. Once they get the information they're after, they usually finish you off quickly or let you go. Why would the assailant do neither of those? That's unusual.
Maybe they just wanted the victim to suffer before they died?
Could be. That would mean it was personal.
Dirk, Have you looked through Petrus's work documents?
Not yet. I've been busy with the fingerprints from the crime scene. Everything is there. It's all yours.
Ja, dann gehen wir mal gucken. Bin ich mal gespannt. So, erstmal ein Goldbarren. Jawohl. So, weiß man real. Dann, warum auch immer, ein Bolzenschneider ist ein okay. Ein Gipsschuhabdruck. Suchscheinwerfer. Und ein Mikroskop. So. Dann haben wir hier den Laborkittel. Dann haben wir das T-Sieb. Etwas, um es herauszunehmen. Und da haben wir einen Scheck. Könnte wichtig sein. Maßband. Und Baldrian für die Seele. Fingerabdruckpuder. Jetzt brauche ich noch das T-Sieb. Ja. Gönn dir.
Great. I found a check.
Okay.
A check from Iris Knief made out to Petrus Kramer. She went out of her way to hide this. I wonder why.
There are also a lot of receipts from restaurants around the area he was killed.
By the way, Gustav saw a car fleeing the crime scene. He gave me this license plate number.
Ja, bitte.
Those are Italian plates.
Okay.
Correct. Can we identify the owner?
Only if the owner ever violated traffic laws inside the country. You will find the database in the cupboard.
Okay, also. Finde das passende Nummernschild, indem du die Schubladen sortierst. Tippe eine Schublade neben einem leeren Platz an, um die Schublade auf diesem Platz zu verschieben. Sortiere die Schubladen nach Flaggen und Nummern. Also hier müssen alle Deutschen, alle Italienischen und alle Französischen. Ich glaube von 1 bis 3. Oh Gott, okay. Ah, so geht das. Oh, ich hasse so Dinger, ne? Ich hasse sowas, ne? Und dann verschwindet das ja wieder rum. Ah! Nee, ich bin so super schlecht in sowas. Das passt. So, jetzt müsste ich das ja eigentlich nur hier mit genauso machen. Oh Gott, jetzt muss ich die Anzahl hochkriegen. So und so und so. Yes. Okay, cool.
Got it. Helmut Grass, 315561 GE. Swiss, evidently living in Italy. Here, have a look.
Schau dir mal an.
That could be our killer. I'll file a notice right away.
Unless you've got people in the underworld, that won't be necessary.
What do you mean?
He was killed last winter. I saw his dead body myself.
Stimmt.
Damn it. Are you certain?
Ja.
Yes, he was connected to the murders at Riga Hotel and perished at Cima di Vren.
Right.
Helmut was killed by his own organization. The killer was never caught.
Finde ich cool, dass sie auf
Could be the same person who was driving his car.
die vergangenen Fälle
It's
zugreifen.
possible.
Ne? Mega cool. Finde ich gut. So, Telefon. Gehen wir ran. Ja, hi. Für mich einmal bitte mit Salami, Pilzen und Schinken. Extra Käse und Käse im Rand, bitte.
Uli, it's for you.
Oder auch nicht.
Yes?
Du musst erstes ans Ohr halten und dann antworten. Hör mal.
Where? I'm on my way.
What's going on?
Stimmt noch eine Leiche.
There's been another murder.
Siehst du?
You should tag along.
Is it connected to our case?
Seems likely. The body was found in the house next door. Let's go.
Dann auf. Schauen wir mal.
The body was found on Kurzgasse. That's just steps from the boulevard. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Dirk, you too.
Ja, dann gehen wir mal. Und schauen uns mal diese Leiche an. Kurzgasse. In dem Haus. Genau. Es ist sehr dehnbar. Das Absperrband. So, er geht auch durch. Oh mein Gott. Was sagt, wer ist es?
Maybe Gustav was right. Maybe I do bring bad luck wherever I go.
Das ist doch die Prostituierte, oder?
What are you talking about?
Die ich interviewt habe.
Her name is Susie. I interviewed
Ja,
her for the
genau.
article I'm writing.
Okay.
Did she share anything that could have got her killed?
No, but someone might have assumed she did.
A single bullet wound to the chest.
Time of death?
Roughly the same time as Petrus Kremer. Maybe a bit earlier.
Aber wie, also das heißt, sie wurde zuerst umgebracht und dann Petrus.
That estimate doesn't make sense.
Ja, stimmt.
Why not?
Our interview was just after we'd investigated the scene of Petrus's murder. She looked perfectly alive, I can tell you that much.
Are you sure this is the same woman?
Yes.
Dirk will be able to pin it down. Until then, we should look around. Maybe my estimate's off. Air temperature and humidity can mess with these things. There must be something here that connects the murders.
We can't know that for sure yet. Let's be guided by the evidence.
Gut, dann suchen wir mal. Musik ist wieder ein Traum. Also. Socke. So, was ist das denn hier? 2413. Kann ich aber nicht nehmen. So ein Feuerzeug. Cracker. Haben wir da. Filzhut. Ein Geldbeutel. Ist da unten. Das Weinglas und die Kippen. So, da ist nichts zu mitnehmen. Ein Rückenkratzer. Brauche ich einen Kopf? Warte mal. Das war doch hier 2413. 2. 4, 1, 3. Genau. Ja, natürlich eine Gasmaske in der Tasche. Willst du mich verarschen? Ist nicht. Ja, oh Junge. Und was noch? Eine Patronenhülse. Eine Stirnlampe.
Great, I found a cartridge case.
Ja, aber die Gasmaske ist nicht auffällig, oder was? Kannst du mir nicht erzählen.
No gun. But I found a cartridge case. Petrus Kremer had a gun, right?
Sorry I'm late. Give me the cartridge case, would you? I'll run an analysis and let you know if it was fired from Petrus's gun.
Okay.
That's strange.
What?
Her ID reads Mitzi Wiggett.
Mitzi Wiggett.
She already had a different name that she went by professionally. Why have another one?
She could have been up to something illegal. I'll check whether the document was forged.
Anything else that seems odd about the passport?
She appears to have a husband. She
Ehemann.
might have been hiding her money-making methods from him. Maybe he found out and things got out of control.
I wonder where the owner of this apartment is.
What do you mean?
There are lots of items here suggesting a single man lived here for a while.
Echt?
Worn-out men's trousers, shoes, and these dirty things. So vulgar.
As I recall, the apartment belonged to Marie Paget, and she had no heirs. Looks like some crook took advantage of the situation. Anna, you have to see this.
Ja, was denn? Ist das ein Polizisten-Emblem? Nee, ist was zum...
Take a look at this rope.
Was denn für ein Seil? Ach, das... Oh, du wolltest einer erhängen. Oder was?
The rope was cut. Someone was tied up here.
Hä?
Also this candle. It's been used, but there's no...
So, muss wohl wachsen.
Dirk, I've got a fingerprint.
Thanks, I'll take care of it.
This case is more complex than I originally thought. We should return to the back street.
Okay. Also. Entweder können Susi oder Petrus durch die Zeit reisen oder mit unserer Reihenfolge der Ereignisse stimmt etwas nicht. Wenn die Kugel in ihrer Brust wirklich aus Petrus' Pistole abgefeuert wurde, bin ich mit meinem Latein wirklich am Ende. Das macht keinen Sinn, ne? Gut, dann gehen wir zurück. Gucken in der Hintergasse nochmal.
Are we looking for anything in particular?
The candle is what's bothering me right now.
I'm not sure I quite understand how it's connected, but let's do one more search.
Schauen wir nochmal. Ein Fassreifen. Was ist ein Fassreifen? Muss von der Leitung getrennt werden. Okay. Blumentopf und die Sonne. Haben wir hier. Schauen wir hier mal. Hat es noch mehr? Natürlich. Ölkanne und ein Kleiderhaken. Was ist der da? Gut. Auch den Gehstock. Rassel. Teddybär. Aber wo ist dieser Fassreifen? Ich glaube, das brauche ich, um hier das abzumachen. Gasflasche. Nehmt alles mit, ne? Wozu die Gasflasche? Mädel, ganz im Ernst. Genau, erstmal Zeitung aufräumen. Sehr schön. Das Zeitungsbündel. Ach, das ist der Fassreifen. Okay. Ein Kreisel und ein Blumentopf. Gut,
Great. I found a candlestick.
das passt. Und da ist Blut dran. Wahrscheinlich wurde
There
mit
it
denen
is.
erschlagen.
Give it to Dirk to check for fingerprints and traces of blood.
A candlestick?
Yes. I think the detective was hit by it.
How did you know it would be here?
There was a candle on the floor in the room. It had been used, but I couldn't see any candle wax on the table. Maybe Dirk will find traces of blood on it too.
Right. I'll give it to him. We should visit Mitzi's place. Find out why she introduced herself as Susie.
Good idea. Let's go.
Rotlichtviertel, oder? Warte mal, wo muss ich denn hin? Ich muss ins Hotel. Okay, bin ich ja richtig hier.
Hello? This is the police. Can we come in?
It's open!
Geh mal rein.
Good afternoon, officer. How may I help?
How? My God. You look just like her.
Anna,
Zwillinge?
what's going on?
Do you know Mitzi Wiggett?
Yes, she's my twin sister.
Mhm.
Anna, please don't tell Lulu. She thinks I'm leaving here alone.
I'm afraid it doesn't matter now. I have some bad news.
No.
Mitzi was killed. We're trying to figure out what happened.
What? I had a feeling this was about her. We've always had this special bond, but recently we drifted apart. We were...
I am sorry for your loss. I personally promise you we'll get to the bottom of this. We're building a timeline. Could I ask where you were yesterday between 12 and 2 p.m.?
Anna must have told you what I do for a living. I was with a client at the time.
Do you happen to know the client's name?
I'm afraid not. Most clients don't share their names.
What about your sister? Was she working at the time?
She did have a regular client. They would meet at 12 p.m. 2 or 3 times a week. Whenever I asked about the man, she dodged the question. She seemed almost scared. She didn't say much about him, but I'm guessing he was dangerous.
Do you have any details that might help us track him down?
I'm sorry, I've told you literally everything I know about the man.
Mitzi was married. Could you tell us about her husband?
Johann Stumpf. He was a miner. He worked at Riedhof. They lived together in a village. It was built near the mine to house the miners. The site was shut down in the 1920s. After that, he got a job as a locomotive fireman on the Bern-Zurich train. They couldn't afford an apartment in Zurich. That's why he was living in that little village. After every trip, he would stay here with Mitzi. Check her belongings for a notepad. It should have his other address in it.
Und schauen wir mal, ob wir das finden. So, ein Apfel, Schlagstock, das Ballettröckchen. Wo haben wir das? Was haben wir hier? Ein Armreif und ein Stilett. Dann brauchen wir die Federn, Zigarettenhalter, ein Schlüssel, der ist da, Teelöffel, Ballettröckchen, das da. Und hier den Notizblock irgendwo, da. Handschuh. Jetzt brauchen wir noch diese kandierte Orange. Ah, da. Okay.
Great, I found a notepad. This must be the notepad Susie was talking about. Let's see. Found it. Johann, 2 Birkenhof, Eugstetal.
I'll have some officers take him into custody, assuming he hasn't fled.
We should talk to his employers at the train station. They might know where to find him.
Good idea. We'll also check if his work schedule lines up with the murders.
Here, have a little water. It's going to be all right.
Thank you, Anna.
I'll skim the notepad as well. There might be something about the mystery client.
Good thinking.
Wäre eine Idee. Dann machst du das mal.
We'll find out who's behind this crime, Susie.
We're grateful for your time. Stay strong.
Eineiige Zwillinge. Als wäre der Fall nicht schon kompliziert genug. Enthüllungen sind eine witzige Angelegenheit. Für gewöhnlich liefern sie Antworten. Doch ab und zu werfen sie bloß ein ganzes Buch voller Fragen auf. Apropos Fragen. Ich frage mich wirklich, ob einer der Zwillinge immer böse ist. Und ist in diesem Fall Susi oder Mitzi der böse Zwilling? Gut, dann würde ich sagen, ich gehe da mal.
Do you believe her?
I don't think she's being completely honest.
Finding Johann is key to the investigation. The black fingerprint. There is a good chance it's his, given that he shovels coal for a living.
Das könnte sein.
Johann also hasn't reported that his wife is missing. Either way, the man has a lot of explaining to do. I've got an article due soon. I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with it.
Of course.
Gut, dann gehst du mal wieder zurück und du schreibst deinen Artikel. Okay. Alla hopp. So.
I better hammer out the article before Sven starts breathing down my neck.
Alles klar? Ja, dir geht's gut, gell? Was ist denn da oben? Findest du die Blumen interessant oder wie? Ja? Okay, gut, ich schreibe mal. So. Über was soll der eigentlich schreiben? Ich weiß es gar nicht. Keine Ahnung. Ich schreibe einfach mal irgendwas. So. Wird schon stimmen. Eine Stunde später.
All right, the text's ready. Now for the photos. Which one would be better?
Nimm das da.
Splendid. Sven should be pleased.
So, und die Katze ist schon am Pennen. Ja, Amy, ne? Schläfst du mal weiter. So. Hey, Sven.
Anna, come in. I was all set to publish another article instead.
Excuse the slight delay. I've had a lot of investigative work lately.
Don't forget which type of work it is that pays the bills.
Ja,
Let's see that
meine
article.
Gott. Ist okay. Na Gott, ey. Komm, erstick dran.
Yes?
Ja.
I don't understand. It's not finished.
Wieder ist nicht fertig.
I've stretched the information I had as much as I could.
Ja, aber hallo.
I don't think it's enough.
We can't just make stories up. We've got standards to uphold.
There must be something you could add.
I
Nein.
could shoehorn some fiction into it. Do you prefer werewolves or killer bees?
Very funny, Anna. I let you have your way with the Oscar Havel case. And now, those bastards from Reignesse are reaping all the benefits.
Er nennt seine Zeitung Ereignisse. Echt jetzt?
Sven, please. Don't start. I
Genau.
will never write a word about Oscar. And if you have a problem with that, you might as well fire me.
Don't overreact. I'm just telling you that we need to make a splash. Whether it's Oscar or something else, I don't care.
Dann zieh du doch los und mach was.
That
Statt immer
reminds
zu
me,
motzen.
how's the prostitution article coming along?
It's coming. I've already conducted an interview for it. I'll need to find more sources before it's ready to publish, though.
Don't be too long over it. We're already losing market share to those rats at the Ragnarsson. By the way, do you happen to know why Hilda seems so wound up lately?
Was ist Hilda?
No. Maybe she's found herself a boyfriend.
You think? Can you find out?
I'm sure she'd appreciate it if you asked her that yourself. I'll leave that one to you. Good night, Sven.
Ja. Am nächsten Tag.
It will take some time for Uli to find Johann. I wonder how Iris is. She should have calmed down by now. Maybe I'll pay her a visit.
Ja. Machst du das. Haben wir noch Energie? Wir haben noch jede Menge Energie. Also. Gut. Dann gehen wir dahin.
The Zuri Metskete cycling race is coming up this Friday.
Ja, ich weiß.
Good morning to you, too.
Ja, hi.
Eike Stroman was one of the favorites to win the race. He's won 3 international competitions this year alone. But he just got injured. Find out everything you can. We need to write about this as soon as possible.
Where did this happen?
On Utiki Street.
On it.
Ist echt jetzt. Naja, dann fahrst du halt hin.
Bit late to the party, I presume. Let's see if there's anything left I could use as material for the article.
Hat's ja richtig hier zerlegt. Gut, ein Brief. Das ist Schokolade. Was? Was? Eine Besen, also Blumentopf. Und dann kann ich das hier, dann haben wir den Besen und den Turnschuh. Dann kann man den wieder zurück schieben und dann passt das. So, eine Geldbörse. Ein Hase. Was ist da oben? Das Papierschiffchen, ein Warnschild. Ich benötige etwas, um das Pedal abzuschrauben. Ja, genau. Nimmst du das? Warum das Pedal? Oh Gott. Ja. So, die Wasserflasche. Verbandsmull. Eine Brille. Und einen Brief. Ist da ein Brief? Da.
Great, I found a letter. Kiestner. I've seen that name before. I believe it's Ernestine's last name. Maybe she'll know something. The bicycle's wrecked.
Ja, das
I'd
hat's
be
richtig zerlegt.
surprised if he's in much better shape. I should take a photo of the smashed up bike and head to the hospital. Maybe there'll be someone I could interview about all this.
Dann. Hier. Und. Mal. Okay. Dann ab zum Krankenhaus.
That gentleman looks like a cyclist.
Echt, das siehst du?
Could
Ja, okay.
start by taking a photo.
Genau. Dass wir ganz penetrant ein Foto machen. Sehr einfühlsam.
No photos.
Was? Nein? Okay.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. Even for you, Miss Myers. You're welcome to return later when he wakes up.
How is his condition?
Too early to tell. We're still running tests.
I hope everything turns out fine. One more thing, Ernestine. I found this letter where the accident took place. Could you take a look at it? It has your last name on it, right?
Oh, it has to be for my daughter.
Okay.
Georgette works here too. She's a paramedic.
Georgette.
I'll pass it on to her. Thanks.
Bitteschön.
No problem. I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know when Mr. Stroman is able to talk.
I'll do that.
Gut. Dann fahren wir weiter. Und reden mit der anderen. Oder auch nicht. Wo ist zum Sven?
I'd better have an article ready before
Okay.
talking to Sven.
Okay, gut. Alles klar. Dann schreibst du das mal. So.
Time to write my article.
Ja. Radfahren ist echt kacke. Keine Knautschzone, nichts. Und so ein Helm hilft dir auch nicht. Ich hasse Radfahrer. 1 Stunde später.
There.
So.
The draft's ready. Let's see how the photo turned out.
Das hier.
Not my best work. Can't
Ja,
expect perfection when I'm so pressed for time.
das ist eigentlich meine Katze. Wo ist denn die? Sind wir da weg hier oder was? So, auf geht's. Ah, da sitzt sie.
Have you seen Amy? I left her in my office, behind closed doors.
How did it get in here?
Ja, es hat dir gefallen, gell? Ja. Du hast es genossen, die Katze zu streicheln. Gib's doch zu. Das war jetzt so ein Moment, wo du mal glücklich warst. Und nicht so grantig und muffig. Warte mal. Da, hier, er steckt dran.
Is this it?
Ja.
No interview.
Nee.
No details.
Nein, der ist bewusstlos.
And this photo is...
Ja, das ist scheiße, ich
We
weiß.
need Stroman's face, not some random pile of scrap.
Ja, aber ich kann doch nicht mit
We're
dem
not
reden.
allowed to take photos of him at the moment.
Ja.
He's in surgery right now. My source from the hospital will let me know when he's up, and I'll go and talk to him.
Fair enough. It'll do. For now.
Should I grab the cat on my way out?
I'll do it myself.
Ja. So. Aber bitte tu mir einen Gefallen, wenn du die Katze streichelst, hör auf, den Scheiß hier zu rauchen, ne? Das ist nicht gut für die Katze. Okay? Ich will nicht, dass du irgend so eine passive Raucherlunge oder so einen Scheiß bekommst. Also bitte Zigarre aus und dann kannst du sie streicheln. Danke.
Where was I? Oh, right. On my way
Galerie.
to the gallery.
Ja, genau. Doch das Ganze erst beim nächsten Mal, ihr Lieben. Ja, ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Würde mich freuen, wenn ihr beim nächsten Mal auch wieder mit dabei wärt. Bis dahin, macht es gut, bleibt gesund und ciao, ciao. Vielen lieben Dank fürs Zuschauen.